Good morning. There are warnings of Frankenstein rabbits with tentacles sprouting from their heads, invading parts of the US. Experts are warning, do not touch them. Let's get right into this article so that you can all see it for yourselves. I'm not making any of this up. This is coming directly from the news outlets. And I'll put the hyperlinks in the description below so that you can see it for yourself if you choose to. Let's have a look at this.
Whether you live in the country or in town, we've all seen cute little bunnies roaming around. But in one Sioux Falls neighborhood, cute, it's not the word that comes to mind. It looks like something out of a movie. This poor cottontail's face is deformed by growths, mostly on its head and face. We found him roaming in the neighborhood near 12th and Bonson. Dennis Shore walks his dog in the neighborhood and saw the cottontail in front of a shed this morning.
I've never seen nothing like that before. I walk my dogs every day and I see lots of rabbits, but today was very unusual.
Turns out the growths are caused by a form of the papilloma virus found in cottontail rabbits. Game Fish and Parks biologist Josh Delger says the condition in rabbits is more common than we might think, but it rarely progresses to this stage.
It's not something that you see spread real easily, and the most common way that it's spread is through, say, like ticks and mosquitoes.
So this is Bear, and even at 12 years old, she's been known to catch a bunny or two in the backyard trespassing. The good news is, even if she caught one of the bunnies, she wouldn't get the virus.
It's not a disease we'd have to worry about getting spread from, say, a rabbit to a dog or a cat, but it could get spread, from a wild rabbit to a domestic rabbit.
Delger says we see a case this bad every 5 to 6 years. The average lifespan of a cottontail is about 3 years. This rabbit will likely die of natural causes unless the growth interferes with its feeding or makes it more vulnerable to predators. Now, dogs and cats have their own versions of the papilloma virus. According to a website, PetMD, in dogs it can cause mouth sores, usually in puppies. In cats, the virus can present itself as mouth sores or warts, usually in older cats.
Wow, I've never seen anything like that.
Never seen anything like that either. That's nuts.
Jeez, I hope that bunny doesn't
I know.
die from that.
You feel bad for it.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't know.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys. Talking about this papilloma virus, which seems to spread more so in rabbits. The article continues. A bizarre virus is turning ordinary rabbits in the U.S. into grotesque horned creatures with black tentacle-like growths sprouting from their faces. And sightings are on the rise. The mutated rabbits have been spotted multiple times in Fort Collins, Colorado. Reports date back to 2024 when a resident posted a photo online showing the creature's entire head covered in black spike-like protrusions. Resident Susan Mansfield told 9 News that she recently spotted a rabbit with black spines or quills around its mouth. It looked like black quills or black toothpicks sticking out all around its mouth, Manfield said. I thought he'd die off during the winter, but he didn't. He came back a second year and it grew. The rabbits are infected by the cottontail papillomas virus, also known as Shope papilloma virus, which causes tumors to grow on or near the animal's head. Colorado Parks and Wildlife has urged anyone who sees infected rabbits to stay away and not touch them. And this is coming from the Colorado Parks and Wildlife, the CPW. They're saying if you see these cute, cuddly creatures, do not run up to them. Don't try to pick them up. Don't try to save them. Just don't touch them. And it continues, the CPW does not believe the virus can leap to other species, such as humans or pets, but it is still urging the public to avoid the rabbits and not to attempt to help them. Here are some stills of the rabbits, as we just saw. And it continues, although these Frankenstein rabbits have mainly been seen in Colorado recently, Researchers noted that cottontail rabbits throughout the Midwest could become infected with this rare virus. The virus spreads mainly via mosquitoes and ticks, which bite an infected animal and pass on the DNA-altering condition. Scientists noted that SPV rarely spreads through direct contact between these rabbits, and there's no cases of insects infecting people with it through a bite. The first sign that a rabbit has the virus is red raised spots on their skin that eventually turn into wart-like tumors. In many cases, these warts developed into Carantinized papillomas, the horned and tentacles seen growing out of the Midwestern rabbits. However, some of the warts can turn into squamous cell carcinoma, serious skin cancer condition that can be deadly if it spreads and isn't treated early. However, some of the warts can turn into squamous cell carcinoma, a serious skin cancer. For pet owners fearing their rabbits could contact the virus, medical experts said the best way to prevent SPV is to keep rabbits away from pests, especially mosquitoes. If an insect bite does infect a pet rabbit with the virus, veterinarians can surgically remove the tumors before they become malignant. And pictured is a normal cotton-tailed rabbit with the virus. Second picture, you can see the papilloma virus has captivated this rabbit's face and viewers online because this is not something that we see or experience every day. We don't go outside and see a rabbit that looks like this with what looks like to be octopus tentacles growing out of its face. And it's quite concerning to say the least. The article continues, occasionally the growths heal on their own, but locals say wild rabbits in the area tend to develop bigger and bigger horns. The tumors can eventually become large enough to interfere with the rabbit's ability to eat, causing them to die of starvation. According to PetMD, these tumors typically develop on the ears, eyelids, or other parts of the head, making it sometimes impossible to see or hear. Some on social media have questioned whether euthanizing infected wild rabbits would stop the spread. It is more humane to kill them when they're like that or just leave them alone? So a person on Reddit is asking. Animal control officials in the U.S. have not made any kind of recommendation supporting this, adding that the virus does not pose a public health risk to people. Local wildlife officials have maintained that the best thing to do if you see these disfigured rabbits is to just stay away and keep your distance. Leave them undisturbed. And here we have a picture. It says, the horns created by Shope papillomavirus are often benign, but some cases of the virus can cause cancerous tumors to form. And I don't know about you, but if I were to come across one of these in the wild, I think I would be a little bit shocked to see this. Rabbits that contract the virus have often been the source of stories about the mythical jackalope, which is a rabbit with antlers of an antelope. Stories and illustrations of horned rabbits have appeared in scientific books dating back many years, such as the Tableo Encyclopedic et Methodicti from 1789, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. There you have it, guys. These rabbits are growing these strange, what they say are tumor-like growths. They look more like tentacles growing out of their neck and faces. And I do feel bad for these creatures. What do you think of this story? Should we all be worried? Comment down below. if you think so. Moving on to our next headline here. Hurricane Erin remains an extremely dangerous Category 4 cyclone north of Caribbean. And the article says, coming out of the New York Post, Hurricane Erin, the first major hurricane of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, is rapidly intensifying into an extremely dangerous Category 5 cyclone as it stayed safely north of the Caribbean islands over the weekend. Shortly after, Erin began rapid intensification into a major hurricane. Hurricane hunters found that Erin had quickly strengthened. The hurricane's winds reached 160 miles per hour, making it a Category 5 cyclone on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale. Since reaching its peak, the hurricane weakened slightly into a Category 4 while undergoing some reorganization. Bands from the major hurricane-impacted northern Caribbean islands, where Fox Weather's Robert Ray rode out the storm. Rain totals of 2 to 4 inches are expected through Sunday, with isolated totals possibly reaching up to 6 inches throughout the Caribbean islands. There you have it, guys. It's been affecting the northern Caribbean islands, and it could get worse, experts are saying. What do you guys think? Do you think it'll reach the US perhaps, or other countries? Sound off in the comments below. And the article continues. Locally considerable flash and urban flooding, along with landslides or mudslides, are possible, the National Hurricane Center said. Additionally, a tropical storm watch has been issued for the Turks and Caicos in the southeast Bahamas, with the main core of the hurricane expected to pass off to the north and east over the next 48 hours. Erin was designated a tropical storm on Monday after first being an area worth further investigation known as Invest 97L before even becoming a named system. Invest 97L brought heavy rain to the Cabo Verde Islands, causing multiple deaths and major flooding damage. Until now, the 2025 season has produced 4 tropical storms, Andrea, Barry, Chantal, and Dexter, but no hurricanes. In addition to Hurricane Erin, the NHC is also monitoring a region in parts of eastern and central Atlantic development in the long term. If cyclone development were to happen, it would likely be more than a week away and stay far away from land through most of the remaining days of the month. So there you have it, guys. This hurricane has been developing, and this is coming out within the last 24 hours, this article. What do you think is going to happen? Is it going to extend, or is it going to end over there where it's at in the Caribbeans? Sound off in the comments below, and feel free to like and subscribe. Why not? It's totally free, so that these videos can reach ever more viewers. Thank you and have a great day.